Hey guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're all doing well. I'm sorry you have to go to work today. I really, really am. I wish you guys could have off. I do, I do. I hate that you guys have to go to work on Mondays. I think all of you should get jobs where you have off on Mondays because Saturday is a good day to have off. I'm not gonna lie. Monday is a really, really, really good day to have off because nobody bothers you because they're all working. Oh, yeah, and the weather is so nice. It's so nice outside. Good morning, everybody. That's the first time I think I've ever said good morning. It is morning, in fact. It's 4:30 in the morning. Fozzie, Sarah, your shirts look great. I hope you like them. Listen, I have an eye issue. It'll be fine by tomorrow. It's really embarrassing to have a camera on, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I'm ignoring it, and then I hope you do too. Thank you. And I know it's gonna be hard, but whatever happened in the world today, we don't need to talk about that here. See? Hey, see, what are you doing? We don't need to talk about that here. We don't. We don't. Hey, Kay from Butler. It's hilarious. That's so funny. I wonder what AC's thinking right now. Nope. AC, I love you. I do. Guys, go check out Bill's channel if you haven't. I know that you all have. I'm gonna try to go onto his stream sometime at night. Now I work every night, but Mondays and Tuesdays, Bill, so you're gonna have to figure that one out. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Oh, for anybody who's not watching, the second this split second before I said what I said. Oh, I can't find it now. It's all right. It said Kathy for president. I hear there's an open position. Of course I do, Kay. You said it to us. I'm glad you're here, Kay. All right. See, Kelly would know. Kelly knows Mondays are good to have off. All right. It was perfect timing. I wish I could plan stuff like that. Where in Pennsylvania? I'm in Lancaster. JLM. All right. I got to get to work. I got to get to work. People complain that my openings are too long, but there's other channels that they could actually be watching with no opening. It's YouTube. You can go anywhere you want. You can see anything you want. Donald, I want to give you one because that shirt was for the Navy. In the back, his letters says Navy. No, it doesn't say Navy. It's navy yellow or it's yellow. I don't know if it's navy yellow. I don't know if the shirt was navy blue, but I did my best. Chambersburg, that's so close. I did my best. And you were also in the Navy, sir, so I will do my best. All right. What are we going to start with today? How about a new bingo square? We are going to do a new bingo square that nobody will appreciate, but we're going to do it anyway. And I think the sound is more equalized. I'm still trying to use this, still trying to figure it out. But if the sound is wonky, I'm trying. Here we go.
All right, Mr. Kenny, you have a question?
Yes, sir. I'm supposed to have surgery on the 24th for an anal abscess, and then I also take care of my mother. She's at home by herself. They arrested me last night at 2:30 something in the morning. I was at my place of residence.
Hold on, Mister.
He said what you think he said. Here, I got to get myself out of the way. We'll do it one more time. Pay attention, and then it'll be. Yeah, Hope got it right away.
All right, Mr. Kenny, you have a question?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm supposed to have surgery on the 24th for an anal abscess, and then I also take care of my mother. She's at home by herself. They arrested me last night at 2:30 something in the morning. I was at my place of residence.
Hold on, Mr. Kenny. You have the right against self-incrimination, the right to remain silent. Anything you say in this hearing can be used against you, so I don't want you to violate your rights. All those things you need to take up with your attorney.
Okay.
I do notice that you have Ms. Flynn that represents you
Yes, sir.
in a couple of these cases, but you have 2 cases, including this one, where you don't have an attorney. Was Ms. Flynn appointed to you?
No, she was hired, Your Honor.
So are you going to be able to post a bond of $750?
For everybody who can't see chat, most of the people in chat are saying, me too, me too, me too. Whew. Yeah, guys.
And hire your attorney with that money?
I was going to ask you if I can get OR or a pretrial service or something, Your Honor, so I can take care of these issues. And then my mother's at home by herself. I'm her caregiver. If I get pretrial service or 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 something, pretrial something I can report. Like I said, I was already on the monitor. I was at home. Show up to my court dates and everything.
I mean, it's just, looks like he was terminated from, looked like he was on pretrial supervision, Spirit 1, and
They re-put me back on the bracelet.
he violated that. So,
Stuff happens in jail, guys.
Yeah, he was on GPS due to his mental issues based on what the court docket says in the Spirit 1 case.
Yeah, and you show, Your Honor, it looks like on June 13th, he was ordered released from the jail into the community corrections GPS program as long as he remained eligible and compliant. That was back on June 13th.
They haven't filed anything yet.
I don't see any new filings since that date, Your Honor. Looks like nothing's been filed since June 14th in that case.
All right, Mr. Kenny, I'm going to release you back onto GPS in these matters due to your medical conditions. I am ordering a no contact order in favor of Charlene Harrison. You have no contact with her whatsoever, not in person, by letter, telephone, texting, through the use of any app, through any social media, through the use of a computer, through any third party, none whatsoever. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor. Could I have one on my behalf too, please?
You're going to have to file that yourself. You can file that at the clerk's office at no cost to you. They will give you the paperwork to do that, but I'm not able to give you one at this time. All right, all of your cases are now set for August 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. in front of Judge Friedman. I am appointing public defenders to you in these 2 remaining, or strike that. You can see if you can get your attorney hired in these 2 new cases. I am going to warn you though, Mr. Kenny, if you get another arrest for Superior 4 or anywhere, I'm not going to release you. You're going to have a higher than standard bond. You do have 4 pending cases in Superior 4. You got a pending case in Porter County, and you have a pending F3 and DO1. Report Superior Court number 1. So this is it. So if you want to keep taking care of your mother, then you got to stay out of trouble. This is your last opportunity.
I appreciate it, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. You're excused. Thank you. State of Indiana versus Ricky Gurley, 46.
Before you all ask, I don't know. I have no idea the answer to any question you're about to ask with this man. Don't ask me. You're seeing the same thing I see.
CO4 2407 F6924. Show for the record, Mr. Gurley appears by video without counsel for initial hearing. Mr. Gurley, did you see or hear the video advisement of your rights?
Yes, sir.
You understand what your rights are in this case?
I do.
You have any questions about your rights today?
I know all my rights. I read the book. I know everything. All the laws and the rules. And I got arrested for no reason. I was not on property. I was on the street. There's so no
You're going to have to take that up with your counsel.
All right.
I'm going to have Mr. Cardoso advise you of the charge and potential penalties.
Thank you, Your Honor.
85 years old to you. Thank you.
One count alleged in the charging information, it is trespass as a level 6 felony. The charge reads on or about the 15th day of July, 2024, LaPorte County, Indiana. Ricky Gurley did unlawfully, knowingly, or intentionally, not having a contractual interest and with real property of another person after having been denied entry by the person or that person's agent. The address in question being 215 Larkspur Lane. Having a prior unrelated conviction for trespass concerning the same property. That is a level 6 felony. A level 6 felony is punishable by a sentence of between 6 months and 2.5 years, with 1 year being the advisory sentence, as well as a fine of up to $10,000.
Mr. Gurley, do you understand the charge and the potential penalties? I'm not asking you if you agree with it. I'm asking you if you understand it.
Yes, I do.
I'm entering a preliminary plea of not guilty on your behalf. Do you have a mailing address?
Not right now. I'm homeless. I'm going to Tennessee to see my daughter and live with her. That's why I got a job here too, the Hardee's. I just got 2 weeks ago, and I got money in my bank. Okay, I'm paying my what's his name? Ryan Bill. I gave him $1,000 if she had for misdemeanor. You gotta be kidding me. I'm 65. Okay, I've raised 3 kids myself.
Are you going to hire Mr. Beal for this case?
I'm hungry. I got to home already.
Pardon me?
I've done talked to him already, and I got another lawyer too in Fort Wayne. I got another one in Chicago, and a Harbor too. I got 7 lawyers. I need, I got money.
All right, Mr. Gurley, I'm setting your bond at $750 cash. You have to post $755 to get out. If you post that money, you can use that money to help you pay for and hire your attorney. Showing for the record, defendant's hiring his own counsel at this time. Your next court date is going to be September 6th, 2024 at 9 a.m. That'll be on the 2nd floor of Michigan City Courthouse, Superior Court 4, Judge Friedman's courtroom.
May I address the court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for one thing, I was on Larkspur Lane. I was on the street, and my brother had my mail. As soon as I went to grab it, here comes the cops.
Mr. Gurley, you're not helping yourself.
Yes, yes.
You're violating your rights by speaking. You gotta talk to your attorney about that, okay? All right, you're excused.
I'll be honest,
What did he say? Don't tell me, because it's better this way. Oh man, I wish the judge would have went into it more. What did he say? I think something about a pencil, but I don't know. All right, now we're going to go to a clip that I call Liar, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows?
They don't either. Okay. All right, are you Adrian McClellan? No, you're not Adrian McClellan. You're Rebecca James.
Nobody got in touch with me yesterday, but probation is fixed.
You Rebecca James?
Yes, sir.
Ms. James, apparently you were convicted here in this court for shoplifting, felony shoplifting, given a 10-year sentence, allowed to serve it on probation, subject to DRC back in August of 2019. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
There was a prior revocation hearing, but it was withdrawn for some reason. They now allege that you have violated the terms and conditions of your probation by committing the new offense of second-degree forgery over in Montgomery County.
Yes, sir.
You hear that you got 5 years and 5 months left on this sentence. You're here today with your attorney, Ms. Payne. Ms. Payne, what is your announcement?
It's an admission, Your Honor.
Your lawyer says you wish to admit the violation that you have committed the new offense of forgery over in Montgomery County. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the Your argument.
Your Honor, being as she is alleged to have committed a new felony offense, the state is asking to revoke 2 years to prison with all conditions to be made special.
Your Honor, she's been on probation since 2019. I do recognize that there was a petition that was withdrawn previously, but
It's
this would be
Georgia, I
her
think.
first revocation. She's been in jail since June 26, 2024. We're requesting credit for time served at the county jail.
Not even a month.
Not quite a month yet, Your Honor. She's was on unsupervised status, according to her, for about 3 years. She was on a mental health caseload at the time previously, has some health issues, and I think the court got her attention again.
And this right here was an accident. I was signing my son, I thought was my son's check that come to his mailbox. I did not pay attention to the last name on it. And I signed it to get some dog food and all for him because he works out of town. I did not pay attention to the last name on it. So this was a complete and utter mistake on my part by not paying attention to the check when I signed it for him to get him dog food because he does work out of town.
Whose check was it?
Obviously the next door neighbors got put in his mailbox and has the same name as my son, as Jonathan. I did not pay attention to the last name on it when I signed it because it was in his mailbox. I opened it, signed it, and cashed it. And I have already paid restitution back to the people where I had cashed the check at. I have already made good on the check on where I cashed it at, sir.
That consistent with your information, whoever's handling this matter? I mean, whatever information you've got, I realize you don't have a full incident report. And
I know I'm being tried in Montgomery County on this too.
I understand.
I have no idea.
But I stay at home.
Y'all got any idea? Hold on a minute. Y'all got any idea what this is about? Mr. Burke, was she on your caseload?
No, sir.
She was being supervised by Montgomery
Oh,
County,
okay.
Your Honor.
Where do you live?
I live in Montgomery County. But the mailbox I checked is my house on 508 Van Street.
And is that in Mount
It's in
Vernon?
Vidalia.
Vidalia?
Yes, sir.
So you live on the edge of Montgomery County?
I live in Kibbe, which
Kibbe?
is, yes, sir.
But it's close to Vidalia. I mean, it's
About
if-
6-7 miles outside of Vidalia. Yes, sir.
okay.
But like I say, I do admit this, and this is my mistake by not paying attention to the name on the check other than John.
There's all kinds of that. If that's actually what happened,
Yes,
that would not be a crime, actually,
That's exactly what happened.
because it would not be intentional.
No, sir, it was not.
And I'm not trying to
I
judge
had
it
too
one way or
many
the other, because I don't have enough information, but,
Yes, sir.
but certainly if it was a mistake and,
Your Honor, just for your knowledge, she has a 98 conviction of forgery of a financial transaction card, and then a 98 forgery in the first degree.
98, yeah. Yeah, that's when I was young and dumb.
With a total of 13 cycles.
But this one right here was a mistake. My son just went and tried to talk to the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department and told them that he tried to talk to them over there and to tell them that he asked me to check his mail and cash the check. But like I said, I did not pay attention. I just seen Jonathan, and when I opened it up and I signed his name and cashed it, I did not pay attention to the last name on this. This is an utter mistake on my part. Because, I stay at home all the time. I don't get in trouble. I am 48 years old and had a heart attack last year, and I stay at home, try to stay calm, and I try to do like I'm supposed to do. I got 11 grandyoungers I help raise. Take care of. I do not leave my house other than to go check my son's mail or to go to my mother's house once or twice a week. That's all I do. I actually grew up over these years.
Your Honor, you were asking about if the restitution,
well, that and whether you have any more information about any of it.
we just had an incident report, and for Montgomery County, we would have no way of knowing if that was paid.
Yeah. Does the incident report accuse her of getting it out of the other person's mailbox, or does it have any reference to where?
Priscilla, I think he's wanting to know if any of her story has truth to it. Because we've already taken the restitution amount off.
And the mailboxes are side by side, so I did not, and one was 508 and 506. Mine's 508 and the other one was 506, and I did not realize it was stuck in my mailbox.
I understand.
Yeah, Terry Blackers is who I made restitution to on it. I mean, paid it back to.
How much was the check for?
$150, sir. So I mean, like I said, I didn't mean to do this. And I done went to Mr. Gary and paid the $150 back, or my old man did for me.
Mr. Gary,
Gary
your
Blocker,
neighbor?
Ted Blockers, and Kibby, the one that sells us the boots and all.
Yeah.
That's where I had cashed it at. And I had my old man my fiance went back and paid it to him, the $150.
Gotcha.
So he's trying to get his charges dropped against me because I paid him back.
Yeah.
If you would like, Your Honor, we can try to contact the county over there just to see.
Ma'am.
I may be able to get Ron Bivens on the phone pretty quickly.
Yeah, see what you can find out. Because he may not know if it's been paid, if
He
you
don't
paid
know.
it directly to Mr. Blocker. He may not know that it's been paid.
I know Mr. Gary was holding on to the money to see if this was gonna be dropped or pursued or what. Because he's done said that, he knows that, he's got the money, I know.
Yeah.
Amanda, was it the Forge that came and talked to Harold Wright Monday? He was on somebody's list. Did he get accepted?
I'll go ahead and fill that out.
But did the dog like it? Okay, you did say dogs love them. Yeah, that was my bad. And she's breathing hard because she just lied over and over and over again, or she's nervous. Both.
He's on the calendar for tomorrow. He showed up today.
Daryl Rainier shoved dog biscuits in my mouth when I was younger. Stupid Daryl Rainier.
Your Honor, I was able to get Ron Bivens on the phone. He said that this charge is absolutely not a mistake, that she was going through various people's mailboxes at addresses not even, it couldn't have been a mistake. You don't go through numerous people's mailboxes.
No, I have to,
Hold on.
he said that it was reported by several people and that she took it was a fraudulent, instead of it being like Capital One, it was Credit One. She took the check that she found in the mailbox to TA Blockers and gave a sob story to Mr. Blocker, stating that her car had broken down and he, trying to be a good person to help her, cashed the check. He said it's absolutely, they're proceeding with it, and he's got enough evidence to prove that it was not a mistake.
No, sir, I did not. I did not go in nobody else's mailbox but mine on 508 Van Street. 508 Van Street is still in my husband and my name. I did not. I only go to 508 Van Street. No, sir, I did not.
I understand.
No, sir. I promise you, I did not. I wouldn't do that to nobody. Everybody on that street, I know. I would not.
No.
On 508 Van Street, I know everybody. I lived there for 20-something years.
Apparently, they got witnesses who are prepared to testify that you.
Well, I did not do it. I did not. I only checked my son's mail. Only mailbox I checked was my son's. I can swear to that on my, I did not. My mother's here, right here. She can tell you I did not.
Well, you don't know what you did.
My mama does know what I do.
Well, no.
I mean, I did not do this on purpose. I swear to you on my life, I did not do this on purpose. I would not do that to nobody.
My mama said I didn't do it, and she doesn't like you, Judge.
But like I said, when I cashed in a check, it was on Jonathan, and I was not paying attention. My son's name is Jonathan. I did not pay attention to the last name on that check when I opened it. And I went to Mr. TA's and I asked him if he'd cash it for me. He was sitting there in the chair. The lady that works for him cashed it for me. I just asked him if they'd cash it for me because my son worked out of town, so I can cash it to get him some dog food and all for his dogs. That is the only thing I said to Mr. TA. Or Mr. Blocker, that is the only thing I said to him or them. And I didn't even talk to him because he was sitting there talking to another customer.
So you talked to him to see if he'll cash it, and then he cashed it because you talked to him, but then you didn't talk to him at all because he was with other customers?
Only thing I said to them. That I can assure you, because I would not do this at all. Because yeah, in 98, I might have done some young, stupid things because I was young and dumb. But I've learned my lesson. I had a heart attack a year ago. I stay at home. I do not bother nobody. I try to stay calm because I got to have another stent put in my heart. And my daddy's got to have heart surgery in a couple of weeks. And I do not go nowhere. I stay at home. I leave to go once a day to check my son's mail and back to my house. And I go maybe twice a week to my mother's house. Other than that, I stay at my house and bother nobody. Because of the risk of having another heart attack, because I got to have another stent put in my heart and I have to stay calm and everything. So I don't go nowhere. And this, I can assure you, was a complete and utter mistake. That I can assure you. I don't do nothing like this.
Well, apparently, though, they've got witnesses who say they saw you going through the various mailboxes.
No, sir, that's wrong.
I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. I'm just telling
That's
you
wrong.
what they're reporting to me.
That's wrong.
Uh,
But I can assure you this was a mistake on my part. I did not check for one mailbox, and that was my son's.
Y'all want to have a hearing? We'll have a hearing.
I don't know. She was admitting for purposes of the revocation because she cashed the check and paid the money back.
I understand. But it doesn't work that you just get to pay the money back. They probably won't take her to PDC if you've got a heart condition and needs a stent.
I got 2 stents in my heart and I got to have a third one put in.
If she's physically able to work.
I am not a
and
mistake.
take her,
I am disabled.
If she goes and says, I can't do this, I can't do that, then we're not gonna.
I am disabled. I am disabled. I am on SSI because of my disabilities.
I mean, Your Honor, she's given us no choice but to let her out or go to prison at this point.
You're right.
And of course, I can only go on what Mr. Bivens.
Oh, I understand.
And like I say, I did not do this on purpose. When they arrested me for it, I was shocked. I mean, literally shocked because I did not.
We could, Your Honor, if we could subpoena Mr. Bivens and have an actual hearing.
But that's what I just said a minute ago. Yeah.
But
If you got those witnesses that saw her going through the mailbox, and that would be Yeah, I mean, that's up to her. If she wants to hear, and I'll be glad to have her hearing.
Do you want to still go forward with the admission, or do you want, and like I told you the other day, it's a preponderance of the evidence, which means more likely than not. They don't have to prove you guilty here. That's for the other.
But can I go home today?
That's up to the judge, and he's not gonna make his decision until you say whether or not you're still going forward with the admission or you want to have a hearing.
I mean, I admit I signed the check, but I did not go through nobody's mailbox but my own.
Let's have a hearing. Schedule it for a hearing.
But can I please go home and put
No,
me on
ma'am.
supervised visitation or something until then?
No, ma'am.
All right, go with
How
the
long do I
deputy.
have to stay here?
Well, we'll have a hearing hopefully in 2 weeks, maybe.
I think August 2nd, which is actually on a Friday, is your next regular court day.
Yeah, that's because of the judges' conference.
I guess
You're
I'll
going to
make it
the,
work.
you're going to the DA's conference, right?
Yeah, but
So why
Not
shouldn't
on
I get to go to the
Friday.
judges' conference?
not on a Friday.
Well, no, we finish on Thursday, so we gotta have the hearing on Friday. I could just stay at the beach all weekend, you see, but I come back.
I wouldn't blame you if you did.
Yeah, well,
Go with the deputy.
you know how bad
Your
I hate
Honor,
the
can we
beach.
please, Your Honor, can we put me on intensive probation? Just leave me in my mama's house
There's no
or
such
somewhere?
thing as intensive
I
probation.
mean, just put me on probation. Send me to my mama's house. Cause
Not until I hear the evidence. Not until I hear the evidence.
Second.
Harold Wright.
My mama said I had to go to her house, Your Honor. My mama said,
That's better. Microphone to the judge.
Yes, ma'am.
There was an email sent about Donald Joseph.
All right, let's see here. Mr. Lanham was back here on the 1st of July, and they're back here today. Let's see. Convicted of forgery in the first degree. Is that right, Mr. Lanham?
Yes, sir.
Under the first.
Karen, you're right. If I was going to go with any excuse, I would go that I need glasses. I can't see. I was a mistake because I need glasses. She can easily go to an eye doctor and easily get a prescription for her eyesight. Everybody's eyesight is bad. And, she might be fine, except the witnesses are saying she was going through everybody's mailboxes. So there's that.
First Offender Act had a 15-year sentence. Probation subject to 170 to 180 days in PDC. He's got about 11 years left, 11 and a half years left. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4 prior revocations. Supposed to complete the forge. Apparently that didn't work out. Then he was supposed to complete rehab or RSAT. And banished from the circuit. Then he was revoked to prison for 2 years with the recommendation of the CAT 2 program. And another revocation in May of 2020, just in May, to the CRC. Now he's been dismissed from the CRC. Ms. Payne, is this an admission or denial?
Your Honor, he denies that he was throwing gang signs. There's a video of it.
All right, then we need to have a hearing.
And the CRC is here. Your
All
Honor.
right,
He is here.
call your witness.
State calls Jonathan Rebels.
About over there. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in the case now in hearing be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor. Hey,
Good morning.
good morning.
Mr. Rebels, where do you work?
It's Christian Recovery Center in East Dublin.
And what do you do there?
I'm the Judicial Affairs Coordinator. I handle all probation and most of the legal issues that we have to deal with the guys.
Okay, when you say you handle probation, do you mean when they are court ordered to come to CRC?
Yes, when they're court ordered, they have probation. I make sure the probation is informed when they're doing good and when they're doing wrong.
Okay. Are you familiar with Jeffrey Lam?
I am.
Is he in the courtroom today?
He is.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing an orange jumpsuit.
And how are you familiar with him?
I came to court with him back in May, I believe it was, to try to help him get in the program. And I was able to help him get in the program and spend a little time with him. He done fairly well for the most part. Didn't have a lot of issues with him. He started to work at Steel Fab, and that's where the incident supposedly happened.
What is Steel Fab?
I
They
appreciate you
build
selling.
metal. They weld and do metal components for different things, metal buildings and whatnot.
Is he still in your program?
No, ma'am. He was suspended for 30 days, and that's when I called Priscilla and told her that we had gotten a report from Steel Fab that he was throwing gang signs at other employees, and that they had a video. So we had to address it right then.
Have you seen that video?
I have not. I've tried to get a copy of it, and I was unable to.
You tried to get a copy from Steel Fab?
Steel
I
Fab,
assume?
yes.
Did they just not have it anymore? Was it not retained on their surveillance footage, or?
They never would give me anything.
Was there also an incident where he left CRC without permission?
Yes, supposedly one night he walked off property without permission and then came back early that morning.
Okay, so he snuck out, if you will.
Snuck out, if you will, yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
You may cross-examine.
Yes, Your Honor. So, Mr. Revels, you had a report from somebody at Steel Fab that an incident was supposed to have happened.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And were you able to do anything on your own to verify
No,
that it
ma'am.
did happen?
All we had was the person's the person was in leadership out there. They called our work coordinator and told him what happened, and he reported it to me, and we went from there.
Okay. Is CRC willing to take Mr. Lanham back into the program?
We are willing to work with him and take him back if the court sees fit. Like I said, he made I don't know whether he did it or not, but all we had to go on was what was reported to us from Steel Fab. But we're always willing to give a second chance.
Thank you.
You're
No further
welcome.
questions.
Did the leaving without permission happen before or after the
Before.
incident at Steel Fab? Before?
Yes, ma'am.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may
Thank
sit
you.
down. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Payne, anything from you?
No, Your Honor.
Argument? Mr.
State what waivers include.
Your Honor, the state has not met the burden of preponderance on the
Correct.
video
Correct.
stuff. So, Mr. Lanham's able to go back to the CRC. The issue's been addressed with them for the 30-day suspension for him leaving the grounds and coming back. We'd request the court to let Mr. Lanham go back to the CRC and complete the program, or start over the program and stay until the program is finished.
I'll do 2 years if you let me, sir. 2 years at the rehab.
Mr. Lanham, I'm gonna hear what she has to say first, but there's absolutely no reason for you to have left that facility without permission, snuck out, went somewhere that night and then came back the next morning. There's absolutely no reason for that, and that's uncontested. That's uncontested.
Your Honor just made my argument for me. Even if Your Honor found that we did not meet our burden for the video incidents, certainly we met our burden for him leaving the property without permission, sneaking out and trying to evade any kind of punishment or evade anybody in charge at CRC, seeing that he left and trying to sneak back in the next morning. Unfortunately for him, he did not get away with it. The state is asking to revoke his first offender at this time. He has had numerous opportunities to get back on track and keep that first offender. So the state is asking to revoke it at this time and to re-sentence him to 15 with 3 to serve.
And Your Honor, I would note that I did not cross-examine the witness as far as Mr. Lanham leaving the property. I believe the witness said that he had allegedly left the property. I did not go into that. Mr. Lanham is stating that he did not leave the property.
Well, he hadn't testified to that. And the CRC man said he did leave. He snuck out and came back the next morning.
Yes.
That's uncontested. I'm assuming that 15 years was the
15 is the max for the
Yeah.
forgery in the first.
But he's already got 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If man's will and God's able, Your Honor.
Sir?
If man's will and God's able, and I'm with you.
Well, yeah, but you don't seem to be willing.
I am
That's
willing.
the problem. Is
I
you
am
don't
willing.
seem to be willing. See, here's the problem. That works fine the first time. You know, but you were sentenced in October of 2020. You were back here in June of 2021. The violation. You went to the forge. You were back here in August of 2021, another revocation. And you were sent to RSAT. Then you were back here again in December of 2021. Revoked to prison for 2 years with the recommendation of the CAT 2 program. And then you were back here in May of 2024. And I don't remember what the violation was. I'll have to look at that one to see. Hold on just a minute. You tested positive for meth. After having been to all these treatment programs, you still were testing positive for meth, failing to report to your probation officer, absconded from parole. He failed to report, hadn't made any payments on his fines and fees, and no payments on restitution. So you see, you ain't been willing. You just have not been willing to do what you're supposed to do. And it's just doesn't make sense for us to keep wasting. Let's start bringing me a canteen.
Do you need some peppermints in here too?
No, I'm good. We're just wasting time and energy on you and wasting bed spaces that could go to somebody else. And after all of this, I have not revoked your first offender status. I'll let you keep it through all of this. And here you are sneaking out from the CRC to go, I guess, to go see your girlfriend or your wife or whatever. I don't know why, or to get drugs. Who knows?
I passed all drug tests, Your Honor.
Sir?
I passed all my drug screens.
Yeah.
I've been clean out
But
for
you hadn't
years.
learned to follow the rules. So I will adjudicate him guilty on the original case, revoke his first offender.
I love this courtroom. She did ask if he wanted some peppermint.
Sentence a 15-year sentence with 3 to be served in the penitentiary. Sometimes, not every time, But sometimes a little time in the penitentiary will get somebody's attention and they'll decide, you know, I think I will follow the rules when I get out.
Judge Reeves, will his county jail time count towards that 3 years?
That ain't up to me. That's up to the Department of
That's what we
Corrections.
had the issue with the department on, that
My understanding now, it does not. On the revocation, it starts running from today.
The M word, Chris. The M word.
He's probably not going to get credit to serve that anytime soon. Probably not. That's what I would think. But we won't know until he gets the DDC custody and they determine.
okay.
Your Honor, since he's been adjudicated guilty and being sent to prison, will you give him escape and habeas?
Yes, thank you. Now, Mr. Lanham, you were initially, when you were sentenced, you were not actually convicted because you were under a first offender status. That's now been revoked and you now have a conviction. So you do have a felony conviction. And you have a period of 4 years within which to petition the appropriate court for habeas corpus relief. If you'd like to know more about habeas corpus relief, I'm sure Ms. Payne will be glad to explain that to you. You've also been sentenced to prison. It's a violation of the law to escape. If you were to escape, you can then be prosecuted for the new offense of escape and can receive an additional 1 to 10 years in the penitentiary. If a dangerous weapon were to be used by you or others in that escape, you could receive an additional 1 to 20 years in the penitentiary. Do you understand? Need to answer out loud.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Yes, ma'am.
Are all original, general, and special conditions remain intact?
Yes. And here's the paperwork up here on these revocations. All right, what's next?
Murph,
Who?
Jaheim Murph.
I love that courtroom. I love that. It's just, even though bad things happen there, it just, I don't know. It somehow takes me back to an earlier time when I was in the South, even though I was never in the South. Okay, so Judge Fleischer commented in our chat, in our Discord, about, remember the crazy guy that we had in here, who didn't have a lawyer, Jones, and then at the end he assaulted a prison guard, he headbutted him. Judge Fleischer said that he sounds just like this comedian. So I'm only going to play 1 minute of this comedian. And I know you're going to want me to play more, but 1 minute. That's it. No more. No more. And I did post this link in the description. So if you want to see the whole thing, you can see the whole thing. And there's one swear word or two. I don't know. It's not a big deal.
To people who don't know who I am, show at my special. That's bullshit. All right, everybody. This should be fun. I used to live here in Los Angeles on Sierra Bonita, and I had an apartment, and I had a neighbor, and whenever he would knock on my wall, I knew he wanted me to turn my music down, and that made me angry because I like loud music. So when he knocked on the wall, I'd mess with his head. I'd say, go around. I cannot open the wall. I don't know if you have a doorknob on the other side, but over here, there's nothing. It's just flat. All right, man, I gotta do a half hour. You gotta like me more than that.
He does sound like him, though. The judge said Jones sounds just like him, and they do sound alike, don't they? No, there was absolutely nothing wrong with that one comment, but there was an M word in there, and I don't want us fighting. And we will fight if we talk about the M word. And it's not murder. You can talk about murder all you want. I just don't want us fighting. Can't we all just get along? All right, we're going to end this on Fleischer. I know. I am not. You can go find it yourself. Yeah, look it up on YouTube. I put the link in for that one. It's 40 minutes long. The first minute was very, very, very funny. So thank you, Judge Fleischer. Appreciate it. Let's go to Judge Fleischer now. Still Friday.
Okay, sorry, Fauci, come on.
This is the second half of Friday.
Judge, before you do, they just need a bond on that.
Not for me. Rude.
Yeah, a bond, Matt. Sorry.
Manuel, right?
Flores.
Oh,
Flores is that.
wow. This new one is at no bond, so I'm gonna have to set it.
Right.
So the old one, it'll be at 5,001.
Okay.
The new one will be, I don't know, what do you think, John? What do you want?
Ketchup.
PR.
State, what do you think, Jason?
For the second theft case?
The new case doesn't have any, I'm sure no bond. Yes.
2520159.
Okay, but I'm looking at 2520465. That one's at no bond. Jason, what do you think? Bond amount?
For the second theft case?
So we have to watch Jason. And I don't know when it is. And Fozzie, if you remember when it is, let me know. Jason waves at us at some point. So we're going to watch for Jason to wave at us. The thing is, I missed it, Jason waving at us the first time because Melissa was stealing candy. And I was watching that and I missed it all. So I don't know if I got it. If I didn't, I'll open up the chat on YouTube. I'll open up the channel on YouTube and look for it. And actually how about pineapple? Pineapple on meatloaf.
I don't know, I guess we'll do 1,000. Okay, and then, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Thanks for being
No,
patient.
definitely. You back up and running?
Yeah.
All right. Putting on the op docket better.
People want to see you. They do.
I appreciate
Really?
it.
Okay,
Appreciate that.
so who do you have?
Sterling Wiggins, Judge. I have the call
Wiggins,
number.
that's right.
Yes.
So where's Mr. Wiggins?
He is in the piece, sir.
Come on, Mr. Wiggins.
But just for some context, defendant missed an arraignment on 4/19. Transportation initially was the issue.
Sorry, I just need the call number.
505-146.
That's it. Okay, tell me.
Yes, Judge. So initially, transportation was the issue for the missed court appearance on the arraignment date. However, between April 19th up until we were retained, which was last month, the family has undergone significant financial hardship, so much so that they are currently ongoing on the process for finding a new home to make a permanent residence. So for that reason, Judge, we are simply trying to reinstate the initial PR bond that he was given, or in the alternative, a bond amount not to exceed $2,000.
Yeah, so just.
For Wiggins,
Yes.
when did we initially see him?
So his first appearance here.
No, Fozzie.
I'm gonna make his bond contingent on one thing. Because I told him, and I told you, I did not want you to smoke weed. And I told you that I was going to test you in 30 days. And what did you do? You took off on me. That's what you did. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to see what, if anything, is in your system. And we'll go from there. Because that's what concerns me the most. Are you using? Because you know, since day one, the first day you got here, I told you, don't smoke weed, right?
Love you, CJ.
Those notes
Because
are for different.
Yeah, I didn't.
this is Wiggins, right? I'm having here that we spoke to him and told him not to smoke weed.
Yes, Judge, this is Wiggins, but I put, the notes on a different. Wiggins had a PR bond back in April and didn't show up on that court date.
It was his first arraignment.
That was his first arraignment.
How many PR bonds has he gotten?
One, because his other cases were closed out. So this is his first arraignment on April, but he felt to appeal, so one time. I'm gonna go and update this.
Mr. Wiggins, have you ever played Monopoly? In Monopoly, you get what? A get out of jail free card, don't you? This is the only one that you're going to get from me. You ever flake on me again, I will put you over my head like a little child. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to test you 31 days from today. You were on notice. Don't smoke weed. Do you understand? I'm bringing you back here 31 days. If I have found that you continue to smoke, and I don't care what your excuse is, I don't care if you're in a car with 15 people and they're all choking you, if you're fall down and there is a bong in your mouth because you fall down on it. You test positive in 31 days. You know what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? Very good.
I
That's
fell
right.
down and the bong went in my
Today,
mouth.
I will reinstate your bond.
That sounds
The
legit.
only time I'm going to do it. From now on, I don't care what your excuses. I don't care who you have next to you. You ever flake out on me again, I will make your bond really, really high. And if you are so financially destitute as they say you are, you'll be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 call. And you will sit there until all that happens. Do you understand? How old are you? You're 18. What do you do in life? Where? So you graduated from high school? Since January, this is your 4th case. If you truly want to go to school, what you're doing now is all wrong. Because when employers look you up, they're going to see all your criminal history. It don't matter if it's dismissed or not. They're still going to see it. Do you think they're going to want to give you a job? With your assault case now, the entire world is on notice that you have a trigger temper. What employer in their right mind is going to give a job to someone who has a hair trigger temper? Because they know they push your buttons, you're going to let loose on them. No employer wants that. The more criminal cases you pick up, the bigger hole you're digging. This is already 4 this year, and we're only 7 months in. What's going to happen next? So you best be on your best behavior. Otherwise, you'll stay with me. Do you understand? Who's with you? Mom? Is that Mom? Come on up. Who is the assault? Who's the complaining witness?
A prior significant other, no longer in the picture.
It was a dating relationship, Judge.
Are you Mom? Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming. It tells me a lot. This is his 4th case this year. And now he's facing a year in jail. He missed the first court date, so I issued a warrant and I put his bond at $2,500 because he missed court. He tells me he's going to start Lone Star. He's going to start college in the fall. I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that the more cases he picks up, the harder his life's going to be. Your life is hard enough as it is now. All you're doing is repeatedly shooting yourself in the foot as it is. Does he live with you?
Yes, sir. We're in a transition right now, so we stay in extended stay until I can find us.
Okay. We have services through the MAC that we can help you out with it, whatever you need. We have social services, if you'd mind looking into try to helping them
Absolutely,
with
Judge.
any kind of housing. We have services that will help you with whatever you need. All you have to do is ask and we can help you out. And I'm happy to do it with whatever you need. The only thing I want to do is make sure that he behaves himself while he's out on bond. So if you ever have any problems with him, if he mistreats you, doesn't follow your rules, just come back to me and tell me and I'll straighten him out for you. You know, but I'm at wit's end with Mr. Wiggins. I'm up to here, like my own kids, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You step off the line one more time, I will put you on my knee and I'm going to spank you with a ton of jail time, just like a little child. Do you understand, Mr. Wiggins? So, Mom, you need anything, just all you need to do is holler, and I'm here for you.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So the complaining witness is a significant other that they no longer have
No longer.
contact with.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's charged with assault of a family member, $4,000 fine. Not only that, this is the kind of case that can have severe ramifications where, you know, if he were to pick up another one, unless this thing were to be dismissed, if he picked up another one, he's looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary on a 3rd-degree felony. And you could potentially never own a gun or ammunition as a result as well. So there are really, really big consequences with this type of case. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case whatsoever for any reason. I also told him that I'm going to test him 31 days from today and that he better not smoke weed. Because if he smokes weed and I test him, I'm going to put him in jail. I will revoke his bond. He's not allowed to smoke weed while he's on bond. No weapons as well. You are now on notice of everything that is expected of you. Do you understand? Are you working? So what are you doing to pass the time?
Xbox.
You need to find something to occupy your time, because when you have too much
Game Boy.
time on your hands, you become self-destructive.
Rubik's
That
Cube.
is what is happening. Have you had a job since January?
Etch a Sketch.
Do you have a driver's license? Do you have insurance? Is that right? Does he have? Okay, as long as you have both, then you can drive. When you have too much time, you become self-destructive. You need to find something to occupy your time. And I tell you, there's
Play-Doh.
no better way that you can help your mom than getting a job, a full-time job, and helping her with money. I'm telling you, if you were to do that and help your mom, she would be over the moon with you.
Get me my money.
And you won't get in trouble because your time is occupied doing something productive. So that is now another condition. You must get a full-time job. Or if you have a part-time job, if you're in school. But I don't want you roaming around without nothing to do. Do you understand, Mr. Wiggins? So when you come back in 31 days, I want to see what you're doing with your life. You must have a job of some sort. No home health care. And they'll explain it to you if you don't know what I mean. You understand? Okay. So Tracy, you got all that? Okay. Mr. Wiggins, good luck to you. All I'm asking you to do is make me proud. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not asking you to split the atom here. All right? All right. Good luck.
Appreciate it, Judge.
Reinstate it now.
Yes.
Now knows what's expected.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse you. Appreciate your conditions.
And if you need
My
anything, just
ex
come
had
back to me.
something
Okay?
small enough to split an atom.
2505 146. Oh, really? He doesn't want to do the week?
He's changed his mind, yes. He would like to be done with this case today and not risk a
Incredible.
trial. Mr. Robinson, come on up.
Mr. Wiggins wanted 2 weeks pending proof of the job and then 30 days?
No, this one, we're gonna do just 31 days. He comes back, we'll take a drug test and to see what he's done to get a job. Say 19.
Core file.
But another one of your other one.
He's texting me right now. That's why there's a pause. No, he's not.
It will.
You filed it electronically?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Okay, done. All right, Mr. Robinson. You're charged with false report to a police officer. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement. What is it, Melissa?
3 for 5.
3 days in jail.
Judge, I'm sorry, it's actually 180 days or 2,000. I believe it's a class B.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, just to.
You're right.
Sorry.
It's a class B. I don't know why. That's weird. All right, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 5 days that you've done. You need to understand that this charge will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. There's no buyer's remorse here, like Target, where you get tired of the conviction, you can return it because once you plead guilty, you are stuck with this. You give up the right to appeal, so you can never come back and try to change this, undo this, challenges. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. Like I said, you give up the right to appeal, so you can never come back and undo this. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense? Or guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty, sentence you to the agreement. Good luck to you, sir. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Understand, from now on, you will be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any cases that you pick up. So be very careful. All right, good luck.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Wait, Mr. Robinson?
as the old adage goes, when you hang with dogs, you get fleas, right? Perception is reality. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case now. All right. That means I don't have jurisdiction over you. The state may well, in fact, indict this case at a later date. If that happens, a warrant will issue, but I'm going to find no probable cause in this case now. Just be careful who you spend time with and who you hang out with. You get my drift? All right, man. Good luck. You're free to go.
The most regal legal fiction is here. Behave, guys.
There would be. Do you have one of those cases? It's so funny because I told you about one last a couple of years ago. It's the exact same situation. It's also. So after. Just shows like. All the
I got to hit the button. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Abel, on the sound bar, do you mind hitting the power button? It's all the way on the side. Yeah, just hit it once. Anna.
Good morning, Judge.
There we go. Okay, thank you, Abel.
Judge, let me give you the case number that Anna's here on. You ready?
Yeah, what is it?
24681888.
Hiya,
Who
good
do we
Todd.
appreciate?
That's Fleischer.
Yeah.
Wow.
This
So we got
might be
her.
the part he waves,
We
maybe.
got Miss Norwood. Come up, Miss Norwood.
Okay. All right. If you look here, I think when Melissa steals candy, Jason waves, but I'm not sure. So now we have to pay attention.
It's harder to get a hold of than the Pope.
Anna made it here.
El Papa.
Called her like 20 minutes ago, but she's in the.
It's not on docket today, is it?
No, Judge, it's an open board.
This case is 2 days shy from 1 year. And we have so Anna, what I see is that I've reinstated her bond already at least once.
Okay.
She's failed to appear again in October, failed to appear in January, and then failed to appear in April. So I've got at least 3 to 4 failure to appears, and I've already reinstated your bond once.
She had mentioned something about January, something, some drug test or something that I never was called for. I don't know. You know, I don't.
I am not reinstating your bond again. Right? If we've given you chance over chance over chance, and you even had a dismissal offer here if you had completed Hue upstairs. Did she complete Hue, Anna?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
4.5 months, inpatient. And, I stopped doing the online classes.
You know, I'm going to tell you that for all the people that use alcohol, for all the people that use dope, mind over matter. And if you have a strong enough mind, you can overcome anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Pavel, what happened upstairs in the felony case? Do you see anything that's happened?
Judge, the only thing I saw was that they gave her a bond. And that's about it. There's a PTI agreement that was as of last year, but I don't see any follow-up past that. Our court date's actually today, so. I'm
I
not
know,
sure.
it's weird, right?
Danish
She
with the
just got a
coffee?
court date today. I don't see any notes as of today. So the last note from last year was that she had to do IOP SOP, but I'm, at the time when she was on bond, I was honoring the PTI. I don't see any movement there, so.
Okay. So ma'am, what's gonna happen now is I'm taking you into custody. I'm not letting you go. I mean, it's very difficult to get hold of you as it is. So what we'll do is she's gonna end up going with you. I am gonna order you as a condition of your bond, if you are released, to have a GPS monitor prior to release. If you do get out, you're also to have a scram device on your ankle to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol, and you're ordered not to drive at all. You understand, man? Let me see if I have one. I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive, Ms. Norwood. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time that you drive. Anna, did you want to add anything else?
I just want to point out, I'm sorry, I've not spoken with Miss Norwood, but when you're considering the amount of her bond, she did come to court voluntarily today, it looks like. So she is trying to make it right. Just, sorry, my dog saying hello.
So I'll put her in back now, and then if you
Okay.
want to call over there, you can speak to her.
Okay.
We can talk. But I really, I can't give you another PR bond. I can't just, you have to understand that.
I'm trying to do, things just didn't work out the way that they were supposed to when I got out. Everything was going great. I started relying on other people to help me, and it seems that it ends up always get the bad end of the deal. So I failed, and I am here today, and I'm trying to get everything back right, so
Ms. Norwood,
I understand.
there are no mistakes.
I feel
They
bad
are
for her.
choices
Yes.
that you make. And the company you keep,
And I have since, I've let my whole past, I gave them my whole phone number, my emails, everything. I have let my whole past go this last little bit because I realized that I'm not going anywhere with trying to rely on people that, what is the saying, you can't walk oceans for people that won't pass over puddles for you. I've learned a lot, and it hurts, but I've realized that I'm the only one that's going to be able to get me to where I need to be.
you shouldn't rely on anyone else but yourself. No one else out there is really going to help you. It's you that needs to help you, and the choices that you're making.
She's not
Anyways,
listening.
All right, so I'm going to have her sign this affidavit from us, and then she's going to go with you. And then I'm going to have Anna reach out. Which phone number would you like her to call? Is it 2689 or 3199?
So we'll just give her a number and whichever one works.
Okay.
The 2689.
Anna, if you want to do the 2689, that way.
Okay. And what are the rest of the numbers? I don't have them.
The 927.
Okay. 2689.
927.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I'll do that right now.
I will say this, Anna. I don't know if she's gonna pop up on our docket on Monday or on the felony court's docket. I don't know who's gonna get priority. But if
Okay.
she gets to felony court, we'll just roll her to the next day, and then we'll go. from
Okay.
there. Okay, all right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
Can I be excused to give her a call?
Yes, of course.
Motion to approach, Judge.
Hey,
My fella, he's in jail. This saddens me. I was hoping you could find it in your heart to act.
I will,
So
but not yet. It's
here's-
too early.
Here's my problem, Judge. You have to give him a bond. Bond's there. Mom's gonna probably bond him out, and that's money that should be going towards restitution. And the thing that's been hanging up this case is it's a class and restitution for dismissal.
And do you have contact with Mom?
I think we've got a good number for her.
So if you want to reach out to her and let her know, then over the weekend, probably Monday.
It's one of those things, Judge. I have tried repeatedly to tell my clients and their families to not bond them out. It's not gonna work.
I'm just because of that, I'm not going to do it. Right. I understand.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to give more time to get restitution.
Okay. The
You
bond
know.
has been set?
Yeah, 5,000.
We'll just make it sure.
How much is restitution?
What's the name?
Koopa.
Koopa. Sorry.
And what is it? It's
500.
Which is exactly how much I'll need to bond out.
It's not that much. So
It's not that much.
it's the BMV, what did he, did he break the steering column? Is that what it is?
Broke the door, actually.
That's pretty cheap for a door.
Well, it's probably, if it's an even 500,
99 GMC Sierra.
that's a deductible probably.
Still, that for a truck, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a deductible then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I
Yeah.
ask you politely?
No.
Okay.
I warned him. I told him. He, I could have sworn he was high yesterday.
Well, it's hard to tell with stupid kids.
I don't know about you, but if I was a lawyer, I would use some law to try to get my person out, and judge would listen instead of pretty please with sugar on top.
I thought he was high. I don't know, but I'm gonna wait till Monday and then let's roll it to Monday, huh?
Thank you much.
Okay. Owen, hey friend.
Gutierrez Galvan on your docket this morning. It's a bond violation.
Toma asiento. Toma asiento.
Basically, Judge, what happened here is that, well, we're trying to figure out exactly what happened. There was a lockout on his machine, but they're not alleging that he blew into the machine alcohol. So he represented to me that he went to their office to pay for the recalibration of the machine, but they wouldn't take the money. To me, that says he was already in lockout. That's the only reason they wouldn't take the money, I think. But they don't allege that, and she's been checking with her superiors to see if there is some evidence that he blew a positive test, because I'm sure you would be interested in that.
He doesn't have a device to even blow into. That's
Yeah,
the
he has a
problem.
portable device.
It's in lockout.
Well,
That's
the other issue.
It's been in lockout.
He says it's activated now, he says. I asked for a Spanish interpreter. It is or isn't? It is?
Yeah, he's good today.
Yeah. Judge, he came into my office
Exactly.
several days ago.
That's what the last guy should have done. Excuse after excuse, lawyer stuff, lawyer confused. No, he said, pretty please. His mom said that he can get out.
And he notified me of the problem and told me that, and I told him he would be coming up onto the docket
No.
shortly.
That's not why you were confused.
I don't know
Fuzzy.
whether he's telling the truth or not. I'm assuming he is.
So let's do this. Let's do this. I want to send him for a drug and alcohol test right now. I want to send for a drug and alcohol test. Let's see what shows up. Number one, if he's clean, it will go a long way. Come up. Tracy, when did his machine go into lockout?
17.
That can't be right. No,
I think
because
we need to lock out on the
11th. Right. It had to have been prior to the 11th.
It was only 11.
No habla nada.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
¿Tiene papeles o no? No, Judge.
What happens if you go to jail?
Entonces, si usted va a la cárcel.
No sé qué me pasó.
I don't know what would happen.
The first time you were here, I asked you this very question, Mr. Gutierrez. If you are not in this country with permission and you go to jail, what will happen to you?
Pues no sé, no sé, pero no quiero.
Piensa, ¿qué te pasa si tú te vas a la cárcel y no estás aquí con permiso?
No sé qué me pasaría.
Piensa, o piense.
No quiero ir a la cárcel.
I don't want to go to jail.
I don't care if you want to go to jail or not. My question to you is, what happens if you go to jail?
Si usted va a la cárcel.
No sé qué me vaya a pasar.
I don't know what would happen to me.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
En el país con o sin permiso.
No tengo permiso.
I don't have permission.
So what would happen to you if you go to jail?
No quiero ir a la cárcel. Puedo pagar lo que deba con trabajo.
I don't want to go to jail. I can pay whatever I owe.
If you go to jail,
Si usted va a la cárcel.
immigration sweeps it every single day.
Cada día.
They will put a detainer on you and you will remain in custody until immigration is done with you. This is usually a 6 to 9 month wait that you will sit in jail. I explained this to you the first time you came here with your DWI. And I warned you to follow all conditions, that if you did not, I would put you in jail.
Yo estoy haciendo todo lo que me dijo.
I am doing everything you told me.
That is not true.
Eso no es
Your device
cierto.
was in lockout from the 11th until now, which is
Que son
the 19th.
Es
el
que,
19.
¿me permite?
Could I?
Es que fui el día 11
I went on
a pagar,
11th to pay.
pero no me quisieron aceptar el pago.
They didn't want to accept the payment.
Dijeron que hablara a la oficina.
They told me to call
Entonces yo
the
estuve
office.
hablando, no me contestaron.
So I kept calling and they
Entonces-
didn't answer me.
Vine aquí al San Jacinto 49 y estaba cerrado. Entonces fui con el
I came to
abogado
49 Century and it was closed with my lawyer.
y me dijo que fuera de vuelta a donde lo saqué.
And they
Y
told me to
fui
go back to where I got it from. I
y
went.
dijeron
Haven't been off for 2
que hablara a la
days.
oficina a la oficina del aparato
And they told me to call the office for
y,
the device.
y que tenía que pagar por línea.
Tracy, is this agency pay or is this, it's self-pay?
Y estuve hablando para pagar por línea, pero no me
Calling
contestaron.
to pay online and they weren't answering.
I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test.
O está
My
bien.
only
Fine.
concern is if you are consuming alcohol.
No. Ayer fui hasta la otra oficina y entonces ya me lo activaron.
I
Me
went
puse
to the other
contento.
office yesterday and they activated it.
I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test right now because I want to know if there's anything in your system. If you pass, then I'm going to now put an ankle monitor on you so that I know that you're not consuming alcohol. I will pay for it so that there is no excuse. But I'm going to tell you, well, I mean, I don't want to make any decision until I know what the drug test says. So let's do this. I'm sending you for a drug and alcohol test. And you must come back on Monday and we will talk about it then. Tracy, if you can also amend conditions to put a scram on him as well, and I'll pay for it.
Okay.
The worst possible thing you can do, Mr. Gutierrez, in this life are two things. Number one, consume alcohol. Number two, get into a car and drive. If you do either of those things, I will be so upset that I will spontaneously combust. My only concern is that you do not drink and do not get into a car and drive. Do you understand?
Yes.
If you were drinking, I'm going to catch you.
Drink.
We will see.
Don't go with the money.
Okay. All right. So Owen, we'll put it back on for Monday and he needs to get a scram immediately.
Fozzie texted me during this stream and asked if anybody else was chatting with me, was texting me and chatting with me because I need to get to work. That's okay, right? That's not toxic. I can't put that word up there. You got to spell it wrong. You guys know you have to spell it wrong, but you didn't spell it wrong at all.
Đây là ông thẩm phán David Fleischer, ok. Ông sẽ nói cho anh mấy cái cần mà để cho anh biết về hôm nay, ok. Anh đừng có nói gì hết, tại vì bên này là người phó bệnh lý, họ không có giúp anh, ok.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Vo.
Yeah.
You were charged with driving while intoxicated.
Okay.
You were facing up to
anh có thể
6 months in jail
6 tháng trong tù
and or a
hay là
$2,000
2.000
fine.
đồng tiền phạt.
We are going to do probable cause.
Hôm nay á, là ổng sẽ cần cho tiểu bang nó đọc.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can
Tại vì
or
cái gì mà
will
anh
be
nói
used against you. You have the right to have an attorney.
anh có quyền có luật sư.
If you cannot afford one will be appointed.
Nếu mà anh không có đủ khả năng để chạy luật sư á, thì tòa có thể giúp anh về đó.
Okay, so remember to go slow.
Yes, sir. Okay. Judge, on July 23rd
Ngày 23
of the year 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop
anh bị kéo qua về
on a vehicle on Belair Boulevard
ở trên đường Bel Air.
After defendant's vehicle would irregularly brake
Tại vì anh đã thắng mấy lần
when there was no traffic in front of him,
mà không có lý do để
swerving
anh
to the right,
hay là anh
failing to maintain a single lane.
không có giữ xe thẳng được.
As the officer attempted to pass defendant's vehicle,
Khi mà cảnh sát nó qua anh á,
the defendant came to an awkward sudden stop,
thì tự nhiên anh
hitting his
xe.
brakes,
Okay.
causing officer to brake to avoid the collision.
Thì ông cảnh sát ông cũng phải né anh.
After lighting up sirens and lights,
Khi mà ông bắt
the
đèn
defendant
lên,
passed multiple intersections and private drives and
anh
eventually
tiếp tục
came
đi,
to a stop.
xong rồi anh kéo xe qua thì anh dừng lại.
The defendant was ID'd as the driver and spoke only Vietnamese.
Anh khi mà nó kéo anh qua anh chỉ nói tiếng Việt Nam thôi.
The officer spoke Vietnamese and the defendant stated he was coming from his
Ông cảnh
house.
sát này là cũng người Việt Nam. What's that?
and
Monica, are they evil chickens? Do they talk to you?
headed to see a friend at a restaurant.
Thì anh khai cho ông cảnh sát Việt Nam này là anh
The defendant stated he had one beer earlier.
anh nói là anh chỉ uống một lon bia thôi. Okay.
Officer observed odor of alcohol in the breath and bloodshot eyes.
Ông cảnh sát ông thấy là mắt anh đỏ và là anh hửi
The defendant then said he was coming from Good Days Beta, which is a bar where he had 2 Bud Lights.
Anh nói là anh khai ra là anh đi cái bar xong rồi anh uống 2 lon bia.
Officer then conducted standard field sobriety test.
Xong rồi anh làm mấy cái khi mà đứng một dân
4/6 on the HGN, 8/8 on the walk and turn, and 3/4 on the one leg stand.
mấy cái mà anh đứng một mình là okay.
The defendant was brought back to the Joint Processing Center where DIC was read.
Nó mang lại anh lên nó khi mà nó bắt anh nó chở anh lên.
The HGN was reran, which was a 6/6.
Nó làm lại cái mắt anh thì bây giờ nó lên 6, nó hiện lên 6.
BRAC was 0.086 and 0.087.
Khi mà nó
So he blew a .086, you said? Okay.
Thì
Mr. Vo,
khi mà lúc này anh một
I will find there is probable cause to go forward.
án ông nói là cái này là luật pháp đúng thì cái case này nó sẽ tiếp tục.
I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol
Anh không có được uống
or illegal drugs.
là anh không có được
It's
dùng
a fusion.
gì hết.
I'm going to randomly test you.
Sẽ lâu ông sẽ nếu mà anh uống là anh
If I find that you consume alcohol or drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds.
bắt ra là anh không có được mấy cái bond này.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
Anh có bằng lái xe Texas không? Dạ có. Yes, he does.
Do you have liability insurance?
Anh có insurance ở trong xe không? Có.
You may continue to drive.
Anh vẫn còn lái xe được.
We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer.
Hôm nay tòa sẽ cho anh thêm ngày để anh lo lắng về.
If you value your license, talk to a lawyer quickly.
Anh cần phải nói chuyện với người luật sư ngay lập tức tại vì.
For now, I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset.
Ký tên để cho make sure anh hiểu.
After that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and then you may leave.
Okay. Xong qua đây ký tên xong rồi.
And John,
Yeah.
Here.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Here, you want a lollipop too? Hey, wait, John, you want a lollipop?
No, man. I'm gonna give my
Come on. You guys want a lollipop? Anyone? Want some candy?
I'm not sure if I want it to be thrown in my face.
I caught 2 out of 3. Oh, he wants she wants.
Here.
Miss Tracy.
Well, Fozzie, I didn't see it. He did, in fact, hit him in the glasses with the candy. So my son started working in a kitchen and restaurant when he was 17, I think, and he threw some signs up while he was walking around the kitchen, and he almost got his ass beat down. The guys from the kitchen come out front and say, yo, you better go talk to your son. He's going to get beat down if he does that one more time, if we ever see him do that again. And I'm like, grow up. I'm like, you guys, y'all need to grow up. He can do whatever he wants with his hands. They all listen to me. So, but okay. It hasn't happened yet, so I'm going to open it up. Oh, I had it ready, and then I got that guy, that comedian. I had it all ready, and then I messed up. I think, though, if I just go to history and get it from there, then okay, we're at 1 hour and 43 minutes in right now.
Trong xe không có.
You may continue to drive.
Anh vẫn còn lái xe được.
Chat up because
We're going to reset your case.
when I left the chat up the other day so that we could actually watch chat while we were doing this, Oh, I got comments. People were so mad. People were so mad. So I'm leaving chat up now. So there it's happening again. Take the hint. If you don't like it, goodbye. Okay. So what we're looking for is when Victoria walks by. He's still throwing out candy. I don't think it's now. It's when Melissa steals candy, I think. He's not even standing up here. He has to be like standing up here for it to happen. That's not him. See how hard it is when when I try to find one little tiny thing in a whole video. It has to be here. No, he left. I Which way do I go? Forward or
Sign a
back?
reset.
Viết về để cho make sure anh hiểu là
After that, you'll get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and then you may leave.
Do you think I should go
Soạn qua đây,
backwards
viết
or
về xong rồi
forwards? Because I don't know where it is. He's not. I guess they do go kind of fast. Right, what was that? No, that's not him. That's the wrong one. That's not him. That's not him. There's Melissa stealing the candy, and
I
I
don't know
thought
what
that's
that
when it
is.
was.
It's a defendant that
Oh, no,
just
it's not.
took it downstairs because apparently
Go sideways. I'm
her
about to.
partner, the one that filed the.
Listen, I
she
have
doesn't want
full faith in
charges to be
Fozzie
on the guy.
because I've seen
Oh,
Fozzie
well,
find
what's the
stuff
cost
in
number real quick?
seconds. Hi, baby. Come on up.
251 8913.
Come here. Come here.
All right, hold on 1 second for me, okay?
That's my
Call
dog.
Anna.
Look at my doggy. Slightly forward.
Judge, she doesn't have her conditions and everything she needs. Jennifer Gonzalez.
You may have her come back.
I like vegetable sushi.
Say it
Shannon
again?
McBride said that.
No. I want to test now. I want to know what's in her system
No,
now.
I'm not saying that.
Not tomorrow, not next week,
Okay,
because
no, I mean, do you want her to at least get conditions?
We're
on her
looking,
and
guys.
see some
We're looking.
conditions and go back?
We're gonna get Jason to say hi
It's
to
up to
us.
you.
I sent her with the conditions, but I set up the ad
Girl.
screen. And she needs to sign the non-driving upstairs.
yeah,
She needs to
yeah, she got to come back.
Come back.
Right.
I
The
think
idea
it's
was is that she was going to take a quick drug test, not 4 hours later, right? She got to come back to sign all of the conditions up, but first and foremost, she got to take a drug test. And if she doesn't take a test, I'm revoking her bond.
Oh, baby.
Bring her back, sign it, and go back over and do it.
No, I want her to stay until she takes the drug test. File.
5328. I knew Fozzie would get it. You just had to sit here and wait a minute. All right, I'm at 5317.
Try. Yeah.
There's Melissa.
Jason.
There's Victoria. There he is. Hey, Jason.
We're beefing, Pavel, in case you didn't know.
You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Victoria is too nice to us. You know that? She's way too. She's behind everything. She's behind Judge Fleischer, allowing us to do what we do. She's behind Judge Fleischer talking to us. She's behind Judge Fleischer, a lot, almost all of it. She did it. And Melissa, they both badgered him into it. She really, really is awesome. I even got a text message from Willie. I got a message from Willie saying, "Hey, Victoria told me to say hi." I texted Linus right away. I was like, "Oh my God, Linus. I got a text message from Willie." I was at work. It was so funny. Oh my goodness. Hi, Metal. I'm not going to tell you what Linus told me to say back to him. I'm just kidding. He gave her a raise. He did. Sophie. Yeah. Oh, that was so funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, Victoria's great. She's great. Fozzie, I'm glad you got them pizza the other day. I hope that made them happy. I think someone sent them something. I'm just gonna look real quick. Someone in Judge Fleischer's chat on his channel sent them candy too, and I can't remember who it was. It's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember. When I find out, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, that Willie. That's the Willie, Rebecca. I didn't ask him if he was married, so don't ask me. Of course he's married. No, no, no. I don't ever want him to even acknowledge it. Nope. Don't want to get him in trouble in any way, shape, or form. I sent Victoria and Melissa candy as a thank you for being mods on my channel. It has nothing to do with their job. They're happy to see us, Willie. Yeah. Yes, legal. I agree. I agree with that. All right, guys. It's over. I'm gonna hop into Discord if anybody wants to talk. If you don't want to talk, that's fine. I will. I got I got 15, 20 shorts ready to pop out if they're good. You know, cross my fingers that what I did worked. Yep. Oh no. Hi, another Smith. All right, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you. Thank you, mods, for everything that you guys do. CJ, I hope you feel better. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might. I might. I might. We'll see. But you know what's weird about sorry, I'm gonna just one more thing. You know what's weird about that Jones case that I showed? Like like hardly anybody came back for part two. Isn't that crazy? They watched part one, but then they didn't see the end. Isn't that crazy? All right. All right. Oh, yeah, it's only like 10 minutes short of a normal one. You guys be good. It's my day off, so I'm gonna be really good. Bye guys. Thank you.